Hi grade 10! For today, our topic is calculating measures of position. And it was based on Mathematics 10, Quarter 4, Module number 2. Hi math lovers! Are you ready? Let's learn! Have fun! Because mathematics is fun!
What I need to know.
Objectives. Number 1, we have to calculate the quartile, decile, and percentile of ungrouped data. Number 2, we have to calculate the quartile, decile, and percentile of grouped data.
What's new?
Teacher Christine gave her class a 20-item summative test. The test was given to them as part of the modular approach due to pandemic. This is one way to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Moreover, an in-depth discussion of the lesson was given in the modules. Now, let us help Teacher Christine identify the students who need assistance.
What are your scores in the first summative test?
I get 12.
I get 16. I get 15.
I get 5.
I get 8.
I get 13. I get 18.
I get 12. Arrange the scores in ascending order.
Now here are the scores.
Can you help me identify the number of students who belong to first quartile, second quartile, and third quartile? Can you identify them? Like in the first quartile, we have 2 students. They are Tony and Lily. How many students belong to the second quartile? We have 4. The name of the students are Tony, Lily, Nina, and Cody. How many students belong to the third quartile? 6. The name of the students are Tony, Lily, Nina, Cody, JR, and Lucy.
There are 2 students who were added in the class. Analyze the table below containing the data from the 10 students who took the second summative test.
Hi, I'm Tina. I got 19. Hi, I'm Remy. I got 6.
Now here are the data from the 10 students. Here are the scores of the students arranged in ascending order. How many students belong to third decile? We have 3. Who are they? They are Remy, Tony, and Lot. How many students belong to 8th decile? We have 8 students. What are the scores of the students? Remy got 6, Tony 7, Lot 13, Nina 13, Lucy 15, JR 16, Cody 17, and Lily 18. How many students belong to 40 percentile? We have 4 students. Who are they? They are Remy, Tony, Lot, and Dina. How many students belong to 60 percentile? We have 6 students. What are the scores of the 6 students? Remy got 6, Tony 7, Lot 13, Nina 13, Lucy 15, and JR 16.
If 60% of the total item is the passing score, who needs assistance now? 60% of 20 is 12. Students who got a score below 12 needs assistance.
For our answer, in the first summative test, we have two students, Tony and Lily. In the second summative test, we have two students, Remy and Tony. Teacher Christine gives the follow-up activities to those students who need assistance for them to come up with the lessons.
What is it?
Measures of position for ungrouped data. The quartile.
The quartiles are the score points which divide the distribution into 4 equal parts. 25% of the distribution falls below the first quartile. 50% are below the second quartiles. And 75% falls below the third quartile. Since the second quartile is equal to the median, the steps in the computation of median by identifying the median class is the same as identifying the first quartile and the third quartile class.
The quartile. Look at this given illustration. 25% of the data has the value of less than or equal to first quartile. 50% of the data has a value of less than or equal to median or second quartile. 75% of the data has a value of less than or equal to third quartile. Now here are the formulas. To get the first quartile, multiply 1/4 to the sum of the number of data and 1. Second quartile is also equal to middle score. And to get the third quartile, multiply 3/4 to the sum of the number of data and 1. N is the number of data or elements. Sample number 1. Find the first quartile, second quartile, and the third quartile, given the scores of 10 students in their math activity. Now here are their scores. Arrange the scores from lowest to highest. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 13, and 15. Here are the steps to find the quartile values on a data with n elements or number of data or scores. Locate the position using the formula lower quartile or first quartile. Lower quartile or first quartile is equal to 1/4 times the sum of the number of data and 1, and round up to the nearest integer. Now here is the formula. Then substitute the value of n. Add 10 plus 1. Then simplify. First quartile is equal to 2.75 or also congruent to 3. Lower quartile is on the third term, and that is 5. The lower quartile or the first quartile is 5. Now locate the position using the formula middle quartile or second quartile. The middle quartile or the second quartile is the middle score. If n or the number of data is odd, get the number on the given position. Since second quartile is equal to the middle score, our number of data is 10, and that is even. Second quartile is between 5th and 6th term. The 5th term is 7. And the 6th term is 8. To get the middle score, let's add the two terms and divide it by 2. 15 divided by 2, our second quartile is 7.5. Now locate the position using the formula upper quartile or third quartile. Upper quartile or third quartile is equal to 3/4 times the sum of the number of data and 1, and round down to the nearest integer. Now here is the formula. Substitute the number of data. 10 plus 1 is equal to 11. Then, simplify. Third quartile is equal to 8.25 or congruent to 8. Third quartile is on the 8th term. That is 11. Our third quartile is 11. Example number 2. Given the scores of 12 students on their mathematics summative test, find the value of the first quartile, second quartile, and the third quartile. Now here are the scores. First, arrange the given data in ascending order. 6, 8, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 14, 15, and 17. Locate the position using the formula, lower quartile or first quartile. Now here is the formula. Then substitute the number of data. 12 plus 1 is 13. Then simplify. First quartile is equal to 3.25 or 4. First quartile is on the 4th term. Our first quartile is 9. Locate the position using the formula, middle quartile or second quartile. Now here is the formula. Our middle score is 10 and 11. 10 plus 11 divided by 2. We have 21 divided by 2. Our second quartile is 10.5. Now locate the position using the formula of upper quartile or third quartile. Now here is the formula. Now substitute the number of data. 12 plus 1 is 13. Then simplify. Third quartile is equal to 9.75 or 9. Our third quartile is on the 9th term. So our third quartile is 12. Measures of position for ungrouped data. The decile.
The decile. The deciles are the 9 score points which divide the distribution into 10 equal parts. They are deciles and denoted as first deciles, second decile, third decile, and so on, up to 9 decile. They are computed in the same way as how the quartiles are calculated.
The decile. The first decile is the 10th percentile. It means 10% of the data is less than or equal to the value of 10 percentile or first decile, and so on. Now look at this given illustration. First decile is less than or equal to 10 percentile. Second decile is less than or equal to 20 percentile. Third decile is less than or equal to 30 percentile, and so on. Here is the formula. Example number 1. Find the third decile or D3 of the following test scores of a random sample of 10 students. Now here are the scores. Arrange the scores from lowest to highest. We have 23, 25, 27, 29, 30, 32, 33, 38, 42, and 45. Locate the position using the formula. Here is the formula, where k is equal to 3 and n is equal to 10. Now then substitute the given value. 10 plus 1 is 11. Then we have 33 divided by 10. Our third decile is 3.3. Because the computed position is decimal 3.3, meaning you are looking for the scores between third and fourth. 3.3 is in between 3 and 4. Since the result is a decimal number, interpolate is indeed Interpolate the value to obtain the third decile. First, subtract the third data from the fourth data. 29 minus 27 is 2. Multiply the result by the decimal part obtained from the first attempt. 2 times 0.3 is equal to 0.6. Then, add the result in step B to the third or smaller number. 27 plus 0.6 is equal to 27.6. Therefore, the value of third decile is 27.6, which is the same as 30th percentile.
If I need to solve 7 deciles, 7 over 10 multiplied by the sum of 10 and 1 is equal to 7.7. 7.7 is between 7 and 8. So what is your 7 and 8 term? 33 and 38. So 38 minus 33 is equal to 5. And 5 times 0.7 is equal to 3.5. Finally, 3.5 plus 33 is equal to 36.5. Therefore, 7 decile is equal to 36.5.
Sample number 2. One morning, Dr. Molina asked her secretary to record the service time for each of the 12 patients. The secretary recorded the following times in minutes. Find the value of the third decile and the 8th decile. Arrange the data in ascending order: 20, 25, 26, 28, 32, 35, 37, 46, 55, 55, 56, and 60. Interpolate the value to obtain the third decile. Now here is the formula. Then substitute the given data. 12 plus 1 is 13. 39 divided by 10. Our third decile is 3.9. 3.9, meaning the scores is between third and fourth. 3.3 is in between 3 and 4. Interpolate the value to obtain the third decile. First, subtract the third data from the fourth data. 28 minus 26 is 2. Then multiply the result by the decimal part from the first attempt or the decimal part of 3.9. 2 multiplied by 0.9 is 1.8. Then add the result to the third or smaller number. The smaller number is your third data. 26 plus 1.8 is 27.8. Therefore, the value of third decile is 27.8. To find the value of 8th decile, locate the position of 8th decile using the formula. Now here is the formula. Substitute the given data. 12 plus 1 is 13. 104 divided by 10. Our 8th decile is 10.4. 10.4, meaning the scores is between 10th and 11th. 10.4 is in between 10 and 11. Interpolate the value to obtain the 8th decile. First, subtract the 10th data from the 11th data. 56 minus 55 is 1. Multiply the result by the decimal part of the first attempt or the decimal part of 10.4. 1 times 0.4 is 0.4. Then, add the result to the 10th or smaller number. The smaller number is your 10th data. 55 plus 0.4 is 55.4. Therefore, the value of 8th decile is 55.4. The percentile.
The percentile. The percentiles are the 99 score points which divide the distribution into 100 equal parts. Each part represents 1 over 100 of the dataset. It is used to characterize values according to the percentage below them. For example, the first percentile separates the lowest 1% from the other 99%. The second percentile separates the lowest 2% from the other 98%, and so on.
The percentile. Now look at the given figure. The percentiles determine the value of 1%, 2%, and up to 99% of the data. Like P13 or 30th percentile of the data means 30% of data has value less than or equal to 30th percentile. Here is the formula. Where P is the percentile rank and N is the number of elements. Now here are the steps. Step 1. Arrange the data from smallest to largest. Step 2. Use the formula to determine the position of the unknown percentile in the distribution. Step 3. Interpolate the data if the obtained position in step 2 is a decimal number. Example number 1. Find the 40th percentile or P40 of the following test scores of a random sample of 10 students. Now here are the scores. Arrange the data in ascending order. 12, 19, 22, 25, 28, 31, 34, 36, 41, and 47. Interpolate the value to obtain the 40th percentile. Here is the formula. Then substitute the given values. 10 plus 1 is 11. 440 divided by 100. Our 40th percentile is 4.4. 40th percentile is equal to 4.4. The position of the unknown percentile is between 4th and 5th data, which are 25 and 28. We have to interpolate because the given value is a decimal number. Subtract the 4th data from the 5th data. 28 minus 25 is 3. Multiply the result in step A by the decimal part in the final result. 40th percentile is equal to 4.4. 3 times 0.4 is equal to 1.2. Then add the result in step B to the 4th or smaller data. 25 plus 1.2 is equal to 26.2. Therefore, the value of 40th percentile or P40 is 26.2. Example number 2. The scores of candidates for essaying contest from 5 judges were recorded as follows. Now here are the scores. Find the 60th percentile or P60 of the judge's score. Solution. Step 1. Arrange the scores in ascending order. 8.45, 8.54, 9.12, 9.27, and 9.52. Step 2. Locate 60th percentile. Now here is the formula. And substitute the given values. 5 plus 1 is 6. 360 divided by 100. Our 60th percentile is 3.6. Step 3. Interpolate. 60th percentile is equal to 3.6 between 3rd and 4th term. Subtract the 3rd data from the 4th data. 9.27 minus 9.12 is 0.15. Multiply the result in step A by the decimal part in the final result. 60th percentile is equal to 3.6. 0.15 times 0.6 is 0.09. Add the result in step B to the 3rd or smaller data. 0.09 plus 9.12 is equal to 9.21. Therefore, 60th percentile is 9.21. Measures of position for group data. Quartile of group data.
Quartile of group data. The quartile divides the distribution into 4 equal parts. The steps in the computation of the median are also the same in the computation of the first quartile and the third quartile. In finding the median, we need to determine first the median class. In the same manner, the first quartile and the third quartile class must be determined first before computing for the value of the first quartile and the third quartile. The first quartile class is the class interval where n over 4 to the n power score is contained, while the class interval that contains the 3n over 4 to the n power score is the third quartile class.
In computing for the quartile of group data, the following formula is used. Where k is in the n quartile, LB is the lower boundary, n is the total frequency, CF is the cumulative frequency, F is the frequency, and I is the size of class interval. Example, for our direction, calculate the first quartile, second quartile, and the third quartile of math test scores of 50 students. Now here are the given scores and a frequency. For our solution, based on the given, we have class interval scores and frequency. We have to get the lower boundaries and the less than cumulative frequency. To get the lower boundaries, we have 14.5 for 15, we have 20.5 for 21, 25.5 for 26, 30.5 for 31, 35.5 for 36, and 40.5 for 41. Now to get the less than cumulative frequency, our first frequency is 10. 10 plus the next frequency, which is 8, is 18. Plus 15, we have 33. Plus 8, we have 41. Plus 4, we have 45. Then plus 5, we have 50. Using the given data, here is the solution for quartile 1. First, find the first quartile class. Number of students divided by 4, 50 divided by 4 is equal to 12.5 score. Now here is your first quartile class because 12.5 score is between 11 and 18. Second, locate the position of your first quartile class using the less than commutative frequency column in between 11 and 18. Third, locate the other data needed to solve the value of the first quartile. Our lower boundary is 20.5. Cumulative frequency is 10. Our frequency is 8. And our class interval is 5. For our fourth step, substitute all the given data in the formula. Here is our formula. Substitute all the given data. 20.5 plus the difference of the first quartile class score, which is 12.5, and 10, which is less than cumulative frequency, divided by 8, which is the frequency, and multiply by the class interval, which is 5. Then simplify. We have 22.06. Therefore, 25% of the students get a score less than or equal to 22.06. Solution for second quartile. First, find the second quartile class. 2 times the number of students divided by 4. That is 2 times 50 divided by 4. 100 divided by 4 is equal to 25th score. Here's your second quartile class because 25 is between 19 and 33. Second, locate the position of your second quartile class using the less than cumulative frequency column. That is between 19 and 33. Third, locate the other data needed to solve for the value of second quartile. Lower boundary is 25.5. Cumulative frequency is 18. Our frequency is 15. And our class interval is 5. For the fourth step, substitute all the given data in the formula. Now here is the formula. Substitute the given values. 25.5 added by the difference of the second quartile score, which is 25, and 18, which is less than cumulative frequency, divided by 15, which is the frequency, multiplied by the class interval, which is 5. Then simplify. That is 27.83. Therefore, 50% of the students got a score less than or equal to 27.83. Solution for third quartile. First, find the third quartile class. 3 times the number of students divided by 4. That is 3 times 50 divided by 4. 150 divided by 4 is equal to 37.5 score. Here is your third quartile class because 37.5 is between 34 and 41. Second, locate the position of your third quartile class using the less than cumulative frequency column, and that is between 34 to 41. Third, locate the other data needed to solve the value of the third quartile. Lower boundary 30.5. Cumulative frequency 33. Frequency is 8. And our class interval is 5. For the fourth step, substitute all the given data in the formula. Here is the formula. Substitute the given data. 30.5 plus the difference of 37.5 and 33 divided by 8. Multiply by the class interval, which is 5. And we have 33.31. Therefore, 75% of the students got a score less than or equal to 33.31. Take note, the third quartile, 33.31, falls within the class boundaries of 31 to 35, which is 30.5 to 35.5. Deciles of group data.
Deciles of group data. Deciles are those values of the variable that divide the total frequency into 10 equal parts.
The k to the n power decile, denoted by d sub k, is computed as follows. Now here is the formula. Where LB is the lower boundary, N is the total frequency, CF is the cumulative frequency, F is the frequency, and I is the size of the class interval. Example. Direction. Calculate the 8th decile of the math test scores of 50 students. Now here are the given scores and frequency. For our solution, we will get the lower boundaries and the less than cumulative frequency using the given class interval score and frequency. The lower boundary is 20.5, that is for 21, 25.5 for 26, 30.5 for 31, 35.5 for 36, 40.5 for 41, and 45.5 for 46. Our frequency is 5. Adding the next frequency, we have 17, plus 9, 26, plus 5, 31, plus 12, 43, and plus 7, 50. Using the given data, here is our solution. Note, find first the location of the 8th decile class. 8 times the number of students divided by 10. 8 times 50 divided by 10. 400 divided by 10. Our score is 40. Here is your 8th decile class because 40th score is between 32 and 43. Second, locate the position of your 8th decile class using the less than cumulative frequency column. 32 to 43. Third, locate the other data needed to solve the value of the 8th decile. Lower boundary is 40.5. Cumulative frequency is 31. Our frequency is 12. Our class interval is 5. For our fourth solution, substitute all the given data in the formula. Here is our formula. Substitute all the given data. 40.5 added by the difference of 40, which is the score, and 31 divided by 12 multiplied by 5, which is the class interval. Then simplify. That is 44.25. Look, the value of 8th decile is between 4.5 to 45.5. The 8th decile is equivalent to 80th percentile. Therefore, 80% of the students got a score less than or equal to 44.25. Percentile of group data.
Percentile of group data. Percentiles are used to characterize values according to the percentage below them. For example, the first percentile separates the lowest 1% from the other 99%, and the second percentile separates the lowest 2% from the other 98%, and so on.
The k to the n power percentile, denoted by p sub k, is computed as follows. Now here is the formula. Where LB is the lower boundary, CF is cumulative frequency, N is the total frequency, F is our frequency, and I is the size of the class interval. Example. Direction. Calculate the 65th percentile and the 34th percentile of the math test score of 50 students. Now here are the given scores and frequency. For our solution, we have to identify the lower boundaries and the less than cumulative frequency using the given scores and frequency. Our lower boundary for 21 is 20.5, 25.5 for 26, 30.5 for 31, 35.5 for 36, 40.5 for 41, and 45.5 for 46. For our frequency, we have 5. Plus 12, we have 17. Plus 9, we have 26. Plus 5, we have 31. Plus 12, we have 43. Plus 7, we have 50. Using the given data, we can get the solution for 65 percentile. Note, find first the location of the 65th percentile class. 65 times the number of students divided by 100. That is 65 times 50 divided by 100. 3,250 divided by 100 is the 32.5 score. Here is your 65th percentile class because 32.5 score is between 41 to 45. 41 to 45. Third, locate the other data needed to solve the value for the 65th percentile. Lower boundary is 40.5. Cumulative frequency is 31. Frequency is 12. And the class interval is 5. For the fourth step, substitute all the given data in the formula. Here is the formula. Then substitute the given values. 40.5 added by the difference of 32.5 and 31, divided by 12, multiply by 5, then simplify. That is 41.13. Therefore, 65% of the students got a score less than or equal to 41.13. Solution for the 34th percentile. Take note, find first the location of the 34th percentile class. 34 times the number of students divided by 100. 34 times 50 divided by 100. That is 1,700 divided by 100 is equal to 17th score. Here is your 34 percentile class because 17th score is between 26 to 30. Second, locate the position of your 34 percentile class using the less than cumulative frequency column. That is 26 to 30. Third, locate the other data needed to solve the value of the 34th percentile. Lower boundary is 25.5. Cumulative frequency is 5. Frequency is 12. Class interval is 5. For the fourth step, substitute all the given data in the formula. Now here is the formula. Substitute all the given data. 25.5 added by the difference of 17 and 5 divided by 12 multiply by 5. Then simplify. That is 30.5. Therefore, 34% of the students got a score less than or equal to 30.50.
References.
I hope that you have learned a lot. Thanks for watching. Bye!